Hi, welcome to Top of the World News. I'm Jim Lynch. Please like and subscribe. Also follow me on all forms of social media, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Okay, you might notice a couple things a little different this week. Number one, I'm coming at you from a little bit of a different perspective. The last several weeks I've been kind of breaking one of my own cardinal rules, and that is you don't make speeches or presentations sitting down. I've been sitting the last couple of weeks, chair in my office, front deck, what have you. And when you're sitting, it doesn't give you the ability to be able to project your voice forward. So that's one of those cardinal rules when you're giving a speech or you're giving a sales presentation. Always stand up. Even when I was in the office, from time to time, giving a presentation over the phone, give it standing up. It's a big client. If it's an important client, you want to talk to them, stand up. You want to project forward. Little side tip this week. Second thing, every week I always kind of try to take a few notes. Even if it's things that I generally know about, I just don't want to forget to touch on certain important points, and I want to make sure those things are touched on. So this week I took some notes, and because I'm standing and not sitting, I can't see my notes. So I had to pull the glasses out, the readers out, just because we're all getting older, I suppose. Okay, we've been talking about the 5 keys to selling success. Just to reiterate what they are. Does your prospect know you? Does your prospect like you? Does your prospect trust you? Does your prospect respect you? Does your prospect depend on you? Last week we talked about number 4. Does your prospect respect you? This week we're going to talk about number 5. We're going to put a wrap on the 5 keys to selling success this week. Does your prospect depend on you? In my opinion, this is the most important. If a potential client depends on you, not only for a product or service they sought out in the first place, but as an expert in the field, you have a client for life. You found the key also to unlocking your own sales success. The easiest way to become an expert in your field is to give value to your potential clients. Be seen of value to them. Now, there are 7 principles for giving value or being valuable. Market with stuff and information about your prospects or customers, not about you. I've tried to stress in my own social media posts and in these YouTube videos about giving value. Give of yourself first. They will never read your brochure if it's about you. But if it's about them, they'll read every single word of it. 2, write stuff. Write stuff in journals, newspapers, e-zines, magazines, social media. Get stuff out there. Again, of value to your customer, not about you. Writing creates a perceived leadership position. It creates value. It creates credibility. It's value positioning. Create response vehicles and mechanisms in your marketing materials, in everything that you write. If they agree with you and they want more of what you're putting out there, they will respond back to you. Give them the opportunity to do that. That's why when I do these posts, I say please like and subscribe. Please follow on social. Those are the things that will get your prospect interested, as one of the things we talked about before. $12 o'clock, guys. As one of the things we talked about before, you have to be able to give something of value, and you have to be able to connect to your businesses, to your clients. Earn your way into every broadcast media possible. Again, this is a lot easier in the social media era. But, get on talk shows, publish in magazines, anywhere where you can give out information that's going to be of value to your clients. Tie your expertise into a topic or into a particular holiday. I've seen posts recently from businesses hand over fist that are trying to market their business in the midst of COVID-19. They're tying it into something that is of value, is timely. Get known as a person of value. Get known to businesses so they come to you. Lead a group or committee, Chamber of Commerce, volunteerism. We've talked about this before. Volunteer in your church, coach Little League teams, do things of that nature. Send out your information after your client asks for it. And make sure it has something they will keep. And I don't mean tchotchkes. I don't mean pens and little sticky pads and things of that nature. Okay, make sure there's value in your literature. Stated in terms of items of you. You could put the words up yours anywhere in the middle of it. And no one would ever find it. Why? Because they didn't read the information that you sent. They didn't devour every word. Again, it wasn't about them. It was about you. It was self-serving. Give them something that is of value to them. And again, as we've talked about many, many times, speak in public. Give a free speech. Start a YouTube channel. Okay? Don't give a sales pitch, but do speak on your topic. Speak on the topic that you work in and relate it back to your customer. Speak about interesting stuff to your audience. Stuff that teases your stuff, but ultimately gives a great speech. Okay, and as a 7A on this, going back to old school thinking, I know salespeople don't like to do it. I know it's, maybe some salespeople think it's antiquated. But get out and cold call. Get out and cold call. My old boss had a saying, if there's no swing time, there's no ring time. Basically, what swing time is the amount of time you spend on the phone on a daily basis. Not the time you spend dialing the phone, not the time you spend ringing, not the time that you're going to spend taking notes on a particular call, but the time that you actually spend speaking with customers. And I don't mean the gatekeeper. I mean the actual customer, the person that's going to buy from you. That is swing time. And without swing time, you get no ring time. Okay, because not every outgoing cold call that you make is going to result in a sale, of course, but it's a numbers game. If they're calling now, the flip side of that is if they're calling you, 9 times out of 10, that's going to result in a sale. That is a buying signal. They want to buy from you. They are ready to buy. They are going to buy from someone. You have to make sure that it's going to be you. Now that is ring time. Without the initial swing time, there is no ring time. Well, that's all for this week. It is my hope that this tip puts you on top of the world too. I hope you guys enjoyed the 5 keys to selling success. Again, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.